Obama talks down to black male voters. He pops out of nowhere and starts talking down to black male voters. I know, folks. He's giving black male voters the tough talk. Hey, you guys aren't showing up to support the Democrats like you did me back in the day. That's what Obama's saying. But also for Trumpers, looks like you guys ain't going to keep on winning anymore because guess what, Trumpers? Obama called Trump Fidel Castro. Stuttered there for a second. Yes, that's right. Obama compared Trump to being like Fidel Castro. So once again, Trumpers, now you're communists. Thought it was bad with Mark Cuban? Nah, that's right now. That's right. That's right. That's right, Trumpers. You're back to being called communists again. But first, before we start talking how Obama compares Trump to Fidel Castro, let's first start off with Obama talking down to black male voters. Because that goes so well with voters. Talking down to them. Making them feel like they're worth absolutely nothing. Democrats, you never cease to amaze me, man. Like keep on keeping. Obama, explain to the people what is going on.
Communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
Why aren't you showing up? Why aren't you showing up to the Democrat? Look at him. Like he's talking down to him and he's surrounded. Like, okay, hey guys, we're going to have a talk to you guys.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. He's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
Now, folks, let me be clear. All of you folks, you're not voting for Kamala? Let me be clear. All of you are going to get fucked up. Now, hold on. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse because Obama's still saying, listen, folks, Obama warns black voters that you're about to lose speech. Hey, guys, Obama says we're about to lose free speech. And he's going to keep on lecturing black voters that he's disappointed that they aren't enthusiastic about Kamala as they were during his first term. Enthusiasm. I'm just reminded of that scene from Untouchables where St. Alphonse Capone is talking about baseball and enthusiasm. And he gives a really motivating speech about teamwork. Nothing else happens in that scene. So anyone who says, well, gee, didn't he beat a guy with a baseball bat? Evidence or you're lying. In this household, St. Alphonse Capone is a saint, okay? In my house, Alphonse Capone is a saint. To hell is you, IRS. You did our boy wrong. Alphonse Capone's a part of some kind of outfit. Show me proof, internet. Oh, gee, kid, he's part of a criminal organization. Show me proof. But anyways, here's Obama talking down to black male voters because that's going to go swimmingly well. Where is RBN when you need them? RBN should have been there, right there, to call out Obama. That would have been pure gold. Pure gold. Because I got to tell you, the way Obama's talking down to everyone in this room, everybody should be furious. Like, I had to play this video not once, but 3 times just to calm down because my goodness, Democrats, you sure know how to lose voters.
You found out was just making stuff up. You'd at least give them a talking to. And you sure want to put them in charge of anything. So, you know, I didn't mean to get so serious. But when I hear about this stuff, I start feeling like we don't have enough of a sense of what's at stake here. These aren't ordinary times, and these are not ordinary elections. You're lucky Michelle's not here.
Yeah. Hey, what happened to your chef? Yeah, that's right. I went there. Don't worry, folks. I know where I'm going when I die.
She really talking serious about this stuff. So, but here's the good news, right? The good news is that not only as Attorney General and as a senator and as a vice president and now as the nominee for the Democratic Party, Kamala has made us proud. She has been out there. If you doubt that, I hope y'all watched the debate because that wasn't close. That was like Mike Tyson. It was like, oh man, stop that now.
The debate. What? That's it? That's all you got? Her numbers are still tied with Trump. And right now, from yesterday's show, there's still panic amongst the Democratic Party because it's quite clear that even though there are some polls showing Kamala in the lead, many people inside her campaign are having the flashbacks of 2016. Oh, no. Oh, look, if Kamala wins, okay, great. More voters turn out. But, folks, I'm not counting out Trump just yet, okay? Because there's a very good possibility that Trump could very well get reelected too. And we're seeing a lot of arrogance and pride amongst Democrats and corporate media saying that Kamala has is in the bag. They wouldn't be doing these last desperate attempts of reaching out, trying to do town halls, unless they were thoroughly scared. But the problem is, the more Kamala speaks, the more people don't like her. And all these people, from Obama to the Clintons to Bernie, the nutless cuck wonder to AOC herself, they could be promoting and cheering her up all they can, but that still won't change anything. And I remember a time not too long ago when Obama did show up, there'd be crowds of people. This is a very small room, a sad and pathetic small turnout.
So we know she can do the job. And she's got an outstanding partner in Tim Walz. And so we can take pride and feel good about the nominee. This isn't just a matter of.
Yeah. But also, folks, corporate media weighed in on this. So here's from our friends at BSDNC. Obama chastises black men for not supporting VP Kamala Harris because she is a woman. No, there's a reason why maybe black male voters aren't supporting Kamala Harris. Case in point, how can we not forget that she was an extreme person in regards towards the truancy laws in the state of California that affected a lot of low-income families. Also, Kamala Harris being a attorney general for California definitely kept the incarceration population up and running a lot. We can't forget her policies, most notably even keeping and withholding evidence of an innocent man on death row. No, it's not life row. It's called death row for a reason. And maybe, I don't know, a lot of black male voters reading information online, doing their own research, are coming down to the conclusion of, yeah, I don't want to support Kamala. And we've covered stories like this where black voters, black men and black women, are either considering voting for Trump, voting independent third party, or not voting at all, period. But oh no, Democrats, it's not just black voters, it's Latino voters, Asian voters, Arab voters, white voters. Seems like your fantastic coalition is crumbling like a cookie. Let's play this video. Shot to Case Study QB. He's wrongly being censored. Let's play it.
Yeah. He made a stop at a campaign headquarters in Pittsburgh, and he specifically almost admonished young black men, saying, your concept of strength is wrong. And some of you are reluctant to vote for Harris because she's a woman. Why do you think he did that?
Well, look, we've had these reports of Harris essentially and the Democrats essentially bleeding support from black men. I mean, we've kind of seen that in the numbers. Now, I've got to say that in my own personal focus group, my barbershop, I haven't seen this. Okay, I'm not.
I haven't seen this either. Oh my goodness. Let's ignore the numbers.
Okay, I shouldn't be making fun of his voice, but hey, it's the morning show, and while you're heading to work, all of you deserve to laugh. See, corporate media is a little bit of in a panic too, because they realize that people don't like being talked down to a whole lot.
Actually, a hint of it, but that's shown up in some of the numbers, and I think I think President Obama figured, and I would figure, who better to take it on, right? The first black male president of the United States to just come out and say, come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Come on, please. Will you please support Kamala? Please. It's me, Barack Obama. When I became president, I let people who led us to Afghanistan and Iraq go away. I let them just get away with it. That 2008 economic collapse. Yep. No one was held accountable. Still kept getting open. Flint, Michigan. Remember that place? I just pretend to drink water. Oh, and how could we forget? Black wealth decreased drastically under my 8 years as president. Now go on and vote for Kamala. Come on, guys. Vote for Kamala. Vote for Kamala. Please.
All right. I'm being mean. Because the next thing I know on the internet, I'm going to get tagged and people are going to say, Kit Cabello is telling his audience to be mean. And I encourage it. What?
Let's get real.
Yeah.
So it was interesting because he very deliberately and very firmly gave this message that no, this is not happening. You guys are not actually.
Well, yeah, and what was very interesting about it was that he tied it to gender. He's like, look, I think some of you are just reluctant to conceive of a female president.
Right.
No. Maybe the reason why black men are not supporting Kamala Harris is because they don't like her policies. They think she's a deplorable person, and they don't want to waste their time, effort, or energy on a candidate that's going to make their lives miserable. Is that a bridge too far? Did you ever consider, hey, BSDNC, did you ever think about maybe, I don't know, interviewing, some of these black male voters that aren't for Kamala Harris and maybe hearing their side of the story about why they don't want to support the Democrat nominee? Maybe it's because they are judging her not because of how she looks, but on the content of her character, on who she is as a person and her policies, and maybe they don't like her as a person. Did you ever consider that?
Right.
And I wonder if that's just sort of something that the campaign, if the campaign itself is feeling, is that they have this gender gap, but they also have this gender hurdle that they have to overcome.
Well, they do have a gender hurdle. We've never had a woman president, and so it's interesting. The Harris campaign has not made that like a big deal in the campaign. They have sort of just kind of let that be obvious, but they haven't emphasized it. I think in fear of inflaming it. But is there sexism here, and will
Yeah, of
that
course.
play a role
Absolutely.
in the election? I think you have to say there is.
No, there isn't. There isn't sexism here. And I'll explain why. Because in this day and age, right now, more voters are becoming aware of just how corrupt our system is. Now, not a lot of people are waking up, but more than ever. And did anyone ever bother to consider to ask again some of these black male voters why they don't want to support Kamala? Is it because she's a woman? No. Now there might be a handful that'll say that, but I think the vast majority are going to say the policies, because for the last 4 years, who was VP for Biden? For the last 4 years, how's the Biden economy treating you? What's it like knowing that we are tiptoeing closer to the sequel we've all been dreading, World War III? Maybe it's because, a lot of those black male voters saw and have been following what's it like to have Kamala as VP, and maybe they don't want her as president. Is that a consideration? Is that a bridge too far? Now, I made it very clear how I'm voting. I'm voting third party and independent. I'm not supporting the two-party system. And see, Democrats, in a wider picture, you're losing control. You're losing that narrative. And now, finally, for dessert. That's right, Trumpers. If you thought I forgot about you, no, Trumpers. Congratulations once again. Not only did Mark Cuban call your boy a communist, but now we got Obama calling Trump and comparing him to, you guessed it, Fidel Castro. Now you people are communists. Back in the day for Hardlands Media, our earliest trolls were some Trumpers, right? Saying, oh, you're a communist. Yeah? Well, so are you now. You get to be a communist, and you get to be a communist, and you get to be a communist. That's right. Right now, every Donald Trump supporter is waking up out of bed. They're going to see the newspaper. Obama calls Trump Fidel Castro, and they'll be like, no. Hey, you don't have to believe me. Here you go. Take it away, Obama. Take it away. No problem, kid.
I've said it before. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining.
First of all, automatic selector. You get up and you go see the White House counselor right now. This is an insult to Justin Castro. By the way, I know the volume's low on this, so I'm rewinding this. I'm raising up the volume. What are you going to say about Justin Trudeau? Automatic selector. Get up and you go see the White House counselor right now. You tell her what you said in my classroom. Where'd you learn to talk like this? I better not see anybody laughing in the live stream chat. It's not funny. No joke. Don't be continuing on that thing where probably Fidel got a little hanky panky with Justin's mama.
I've said it before. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. You've got the tweets in all caps, the ranting and the raving about crazy conspiracy theories. You got the 2-hour speeches, word salad, just, it's like Fidel Castro, just on and on. Constant attempts to.
That's right, because Fidel Castro and Trump are just one the same. That's right, folks. I'm sorry, Trumpers. You're going to have to deal with it now. Obama called Trump Fidel Castro. It's over. The dream is over. All of you are communists. That's right. You could have the American flag in your house. You could have freedom and liberty and the U.S. Constitution written all over your properties. Doesn't matter now. You better get out that hammer and sickle because you're all a communist. And that's it. Say again, Obama.
Salad. Just It's like Fidel Castro. Just on and on. Constant attempts to sell you stuff. Who does that? Selling you gold sneakers and $100,000 watch.
Every day I wake up and I realize that I've been proven correct about how crazy this election cycle would be. Every day I wake up and I'm proven correct at just how insane this whole show is. And you know something, folks? There are days where I wish I was wrong. There are days where I wish that this wasn't the maddening world that we're living in. But you know what? Democrats, you're bringing this upon yourselves. And all what I can do is laugh at you for your absolute failure in losing your coalition, losing voters. I mean, the last thing any voter wants to deal with or hear is somebody who's doing far better than them talking down to them. And Obama, listen, you rode in on the hope and change wave, especially after the Bush-Cheney administration. And what did we get under Barack Obama? More of the same. 8 more years of neoliberal policies, the kids in cages, going from 2 wars to 7, losing habeas corpus, the people who caused the 2008 economic collapse, getting away with it, and so much more, and on and on and on. And yet, this Democrat president has the audacity to talk down to black male voters. Yeah, that's going to work swimmingly well, because on election night, the voters are going to decide. Well, actually, correction. The corporate donors and the Electoral College will decide. But whoever turns out the most to vote for their said candidate, their state will give their Electoral College votes to either, again, Trump or Kamala. Democrats, you fail at every attempt in trying to deliver your message. How much more sadder do you have to get, Democrats? I've never seen people act this immature. And now they're throwing out everything they can to make people feel guilty. I told you the bullying would intensify. But I didn't also expect the stupidity to continue on, because let's be clear here. Donald Trump and communism is like oil and water. That ain't going to mix. But I guess in order to trigger a lot of brain dead people in this country, if you call somebody a communist, that means they're bad. Okay, great. Well, Trump's a communist. Everybody laugh about it over the weekend because you know that that's complete BS and they're being desperate. It's like that punk who's trying to bully you in class and they have no jokes. Yeah, that's what Obama's doing right now. Trump, yeah, he's Fidel Castro. Mark Cuban. Oh, yeah, Trump, he's a communist. That's supposed to convince people not to vote? Brilliant move, Democrats. Brilliant move.